when our systems are well synchronized, we are well. And when they are out of sync, we are not well, and we are suffering. So what we are going to be doing is looking for the inevitable signs from your biology and mine that are signals for the return of that re-synchronization process, for that better in-sync experience. And these cycles, these ups and downs, are mapped really clearly like this: up and down, up and down. And when our systems are off track, they're off track because either the system isn't sort of making it all the way to the turnoff, or it blasts past the turnoff, or it hits the turnoff, but instead of continuing on the turnoff, it jumps back up to the freeway, something like that. And we're going to be watching, training ourselves to see all of that. But the point of all this for now is the brain's default mode. That is an integrative state, and it means, in particular, I'm not efforting the attention. Most of psychology is working here, like what you can do. And this is particularly problematic. I work with people and veterans also who are told by their therapist, you need to be able to do these things to feel better. And you need to be doing your belly breathing, your meditation, your yoga, your mindfulness, your cognitive behavioral clarity, all of these things. And people, and you take your meds, and you do the prolonged exposure, right? You do all of these things, and you'll get better. And people do all of these things, and they don't always get better. And then what will often happen is they're just told basically, well, you're not doing it well enough. So rather than really taking a hard and critical look at the shortfall of the technique and the process itself, the classic blame the victim is enacted, where people are told, people who are really sincerely trying to get better, they're just told, well, you need to do it more, you need to do it better. And it's a very critical lapse in treatment, I believe. And so what we're going to do is we're going to learn good tools of control and doing, but it's going to be balanced with the wise work of not doing as well. Because what is lacking for our work is this integrative movement, and in particular, integration is going to happen on this deactivation mode. So in terms of oscillation and in terms of that fractal pattern, I just give them colors. So the upside is red, the downside is blue. So the work side is red, the letting go of work side is blue. And the integration process is going to happen on that blue line in particular. And so the default mode suggests that I need to learn the appropriate time to cease effort, to not focus attention, to not be trying something, but just to allow something to happen. We're going to capitalize and catalyze the brain's default mode in its integrative moment by not doing so much. Right? So again, so we're going to be really defining when and where and how I'm going to be doing things and encouraging a client to be doing things, and how and when and where to allow and support their not doing anything. So I'd mentioned the free association conversation. Free association conversation is not goal-directed. It's not aiming toward a particular direction. And in that, the person is just letting something happen. They're not premeditating so much. They're not having to be defensive because you want to talk about their mother or, you know, whatever the problem is, you know, right? So that's an analysis joke, of course. And so the way then of shifting from efforted attention to non-efforted attention, that's going to be a trick for us. Right? So the brain's default mode is when the brain is able to rest slightly, like in daydreaming, the default mode can be prominent. When the person is not focusing attention so much, that's it. So we are going to attune to people's default modes by encouraging more not doing, as well as wise doing.